Yo, what's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe. It's your boy. It's your captain, Captain Dave. Um, today is an exciting day because it's Friday. Um, and we also have an 18-year-old who's going to be talking to us today. Now, first of all, 18, wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And they're going to be talking to us today about you know how it go down in the DMs. Gabe, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing, Dave? Thank you for having me.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. So we'll talk about your marketing strategies here, in a little bit, how you've been using, private direct messaging, what you're doing, what you're saying, how you're making the most out of every opportunity. That's when you're new, and especially when you're young, you probably don't have a big marketing budget. You got to make the most out of every opportunity. So we'll talk about that here in a few minutes. But first, tell us a little bit about your story, a little bit about yourself, and what at 18 years old brought you online and into this crazy world of owning and wanting to operate your own online business.
So basically, like, I grew up like the basic, like, two parents working like 40, like 50 hours a week. And like, I always knew like that's what I didn't really want to do for the rest of my life. So since I was young, I used to like always like search up YouTube videos, like how do you make money online and stuff like that. One day I actually downloaded TikTok just for entertainment. Like, no, I didn't really think about like making money online or anything. And then I ran into a live from Calvin Hill, and he actually showed me to you guys, and like I was like, yeah, I want to do this. So
Mm, nice, man. Nice. So, what is different about this than other things that you've done? I think, did you say you were flipping?
I
Did you say flipping
I tried,
sneakers or
nah, I tried a little bit of drop shipping, but like
drop shipping?
that's like it didn't really work out for me. I made a couple $100, but like it wasn't like nothing sustainable, you know?
And I mean, let's be honest. You're 18, right?
Yeah,
It's not like you have it's I mean, you're smart and you're probably more savvy than a lot of us. You're probably more savvy than I am in a lot of areas, but I mean,
yeah,
drop shipping has some complications with it in terms of sourcing products, and it's a physical product that actually has to be mailed and shipped in
yeah. That
some
was
cases all the way around the world.
yeah, that was the huge thing about Legendary for me. It's like the digital products are
Yeah,
it's insane how like
it's
yeah,
crazy. It's crazy how much easier, how much simpler, how much faster. It's just
yeah,
everybody gets their products immediately. You
yeah,
get paid faster.
yeah,
You know what I mean? There's
yeah,
not all of those roadblocks with that you have with physical products.
yeah. hmm You don't have to do all the customer service and everything. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah. With it, if you start any other business that is not affiliate marketing is the only business that you only have to do the marketing. That's it. Every
Yeah,
other business, Amazon FBA, drop shipping, um, like local SEO marketing, where you like go
yeah,
out and prospect local businesses
hmm
and offer to do their SEO services, social media marketing agencies, all these different, all these different business models, even MLM to a certain extent, but
yeah,
because you got to go out there and you got to service products and get product knowledge and all this kind of stuff, but all those business models require you to wear like five hats in the business: marketing,
yeah,
sales, customer service, all this. Whereas affiliate marketing, you're right, you got to do one thing: let's go out there and market.
hmm yeah,
And that's something that you've figured out how to make the most. You figured out a strategy that works for you. Um, let's talk about that a little bit. Are you marketing on TikTok? Is that where I think you
yeah.
have 2
yeah,
accounts on TikTok, right?
mostly TikTok, and then I just repurpose it onto like Facebook and Instagram.
You know,
I actually got
onto Facebook
banned.
Reels, right? Onto
Yeah,
Facebook
Facebook Reels.
Reels and Instagram Reels.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
got banned, so I made a brand new account this week. Um, so that's not really good, but it happened, so we keep going.
Yes.
And
Yes, we do. Many people
so
many people's accounts get flags, videos get,
yeah,
flagged or taken down, um,
yeah,
and that's the price that we pay. Don't get attached, don't get emotionally attached to your TikTok channel, especially when it's early, when it's a young channel. If you
yeah,
have a channel that you lose and it's got 100,000 followers, that sucks. Nobody's gonna tell you not to be mad about that. But usually when you've got 100,000 followers or whatever the account's more established, you have a better chance to challenge it and actually get it back.
yeah. And even if you have that much followers, you have like a pretty big community. If you start a brand new account, you could build that up way quicker than you built up the first one. So
Yeah. So what you mentioned you want to talk about like utilizing direct messages to make sales and to make the most out of kind of every lead opportunity. What do you explain to us a little bit about your kind of strategy so we can understand the direct messaging tips that you have, but also to help us understand the big picture so we know how they even get there in the first place. You know what I mean?
yeah, so basically, I post a video on TikTok and I say if you want to learn how to do this, you comment, right? And then if they comment, I reach out to them, right? And then when we get in the messages, I basically like talk to them. I tell them what affiliate marketing is. I get to know their story, their pain points, and things like that. And then when I see it's a good time to talk about my offer, that's when I talk about it.
Okay. So I mean, the bottom line is it's a strategy to where you've got more time than you've got, you know,
Yeah,
money.
yeah,
And I say that just because sometimes if somebody has more money than time, they might say, hey, let me figure out how to run some paid ads or something like that. But in this case, your approach really is just I'm willing to spend as much time as I need to with people in the DMs to have conversations and then eventually hopefully open up a transition point where I can talk about my offer. And that's the mentality that you're in right now.
yeah. And mostly when you're in the DMs, like don't worry about like the money, just worry about helping the person out and the money's gonna come. Like
Yeah. So what are some examples of some of the things, some of the videos that you might do if you can think about one that did really well, that you might be able to say, hey, that you could give us an example of how you ended up telling them post a comment down below. What did you talk about,
so
and then what did you
I
entice them with for them to drop a comment? You know what I mean?
so basically I had like a little series on my channel where like every day I would post the same thing. So like it would be like day one of looking for 12 motivated people to teach to make money online so they don't have to spend 40 years in a 9 to 5 they hate. And then I say, and then down under that, I say comment ready if you want to learn how to make money online.
Hmm.
And then, yeah. And then I would do day two the next day, day three the next day. Every day I would pretty much post that
And
with
that
other
was
videos, obviously.
and that was just 12 different people, 12 different marketers you were showcasing, or what was it?
No, it's just like 12 is just like a random number of just like how many people. I'm just saying like I'm looking for 12 people. It doesn't really matter if it's over 12 or under 12. It doesn't really matter.
I got you. I'm looking for 12 people. I
Yeah,
misunderstood you. I very much so know that strategy, or that,
yeah,
yeah, looking for 12 people today, looking for one person, looking for
yeah,
5 people. It's yeah, I mean, there's the power of that strategy, when you say, I'm looking for, this is not for everyone. that I'm
Yeah.
only looking for a few people. I'm looking for a small group, a test group. The power of that strategy is that you don't look desperate. Just for everybody listening, I'm just explaining to people because this is something that you naturally saw, and kudos to you, but I want to make sure that everybody is clear about the kind of angles. It's marketing angles. And what Gabe is doing is sort of a takeaway strategy, you know? It's like, hey, I'm only looking for two people today. I just recorded a video and I want to share it with people. Or I have a video that I went through that changed my life and taught me about entrepreneurship and online marketing. And I'm looking for 12 people today who are interested in earning their first dollar online that I have time to work with and share this training with. Comment
Hmm.
below if you're interested you know and now all of a sudden, instead of saying, hey, anybody, just anybody who will pay me any attention, just I'm looking for 1 million, I'm looking for as many as I can get, come and get this training, it's awesome, it's going to change your life. It looks a little bit more desperate rather than if you're like, hey, I'm looking for two people. um there looks like there's real scarcity there. So
Yeah.
scarcity, urgency. One of the things, and I'll even ask you this, Gabe, one of the things that's important is, what are you doing in your marketing to make them act now instead of later? I mean, obviously, one of the things that you're doing, Gabe, I see, is you're making things only where there's a limited amount of spots,
Yeah.
and so somebody
Yeah.
will want to act and make sure that they get one of those spots if they're
Yeah.
interested. Is there any other urgency or scarcity tactics that you're using to get people to take action instead of procrastinate or put it off till tomorrow?
Um, I think that's really the only one, to be honest. I don't think I use
Yeah, and
just
that's
really.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's totally fine, and that makes sense. Even the fact that you're using that sort of a strategy so early in the game, good for you. You're going places. Um, but yeah, just as Ida says, exclusive sells. Yeah, it does. A lot of you are trying to just sell to everybody, anybody who will
Yeah.
pay you any attention, who will listen. But if you think about all the brands you know, that sell over retail, that are so hot that people stand out in lines outside of the stores. Thinking of luxury brands like Rolex or like Gucci or like Patek Philippe. These are all watch and clothing brands that they make a limited supply of them, and so when there's a high demand in a limited supply, guess what happens? Frenzy. People go
Hmm.
crazy. They want it. So how can we all, and this is a question that we all can ask, how can we have people lined up? I know one lady, she only opens up an opportunity to buy from her at certain times throughout the month or certain times throughout the year. So she'll just create free content and free value, 70-80% of the time. And then for, a 3 or 5 day window, she'll open it up and say, okay, on these dates, I'm opening it up to buy from me or buy through me. And here's all the extra value and the bonuses that you're going to get if you buy from me. So that's another example of how she's making, both selling digital courses and also doing affiliate marketing. She's using exclusivity and scarcity and kind of urgency. So there's a lot of different ways that we can get people to take action. And if people are not taking action, and and I'm speaking to all of you listening, if they're not taking action, ask yourself, is this just something, is everything that I'm offering something that they can just come back and get tomorrow the same exact way? Because if it is, there's absolutely no reason for them to act today. They could just do it tomorrow. So
Yeah.
every day is a great day to offer a little extra incentive that's only good today. Throw in a little bonus that's only good today. What kind of bonuses? What kind of things could we include? Anything. A YouTube video that changed your life and taught you about how to invest your money once you start making it. An additional training that you record, a small PDF that you write up. I mean, there are a little script, a little template that you use, or that, I mean, there's so many things if you just be a little bit creative. And guess what? You can repurpose those bonuses. Now, if I run a 24 or 48 hour, hey, I'm giving away this extra bonus if for anybody who enrolls today. See, Gabe, then you can really say at
Yeah,
midnight, this is going away. This is
yeah,
gone. But guess what I can do? The same way that I repurpose, and I am dumping gems right now, Elizabeth. It's just they're coming out of my mouth. It's freaking diamonds. It's unbelievable. Gabe's going crazy. You just can't really tell because it's a cool cat over there. But look, now, you know how we repurpose content? We take a TikTok video and then we take that same video and put it on Instagram when we put it on Facebook. And then we even take it and bring it back in 2 weeks or 4 weeks and repost it
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
Don't you think I could repost my little gifts and bonuses and so forth? Don't you think I could reuse those the same way?
Mhm.
See, once I create something, once I, kind of create and build something, um, guess what it is? It's a fucking asset. It's like a piece of real
Yeah,
estate. It's an
yeah.
asset that you
Mhm.
can reuse over and over and repurpose over again, especially if it works. Now you got something that actually your target market is interested in, and you can then create split new little bonus little things off of that as well. Again, Gabe, tell me what comes up for you when I say this. Our income is only limited in this business by our creativity or lack thereof.
Yeah, yep. That's actually very true. I actually only really starting like getting good quality leads and actually like making a decent amount of money was when I actually started implementing the strategy because like I started in January and for like the first 3 months I only made one commission and that's when I wasn't using the strategy. But once I started like changing up my content style and like thinking about new strategies and like new things I could do, that's when like it actually started working out for me. So yeah, that's very true.
I mean, there's two things that as an affiliate marketer can really work in your advantage and like really are big needle movers. And one of them is, using urgency and scarcity. So, again, that looks like, hey, I'm making something available for, a limited time. And the other thing is really using those extra bonuses, gifts, or as some people call them, lead magnets, because they really are a magnet for people to give you their email address or opt into your funnel in exchange for them. It's amazing
Yep.
what just like a little script or a little template or a little ebook or a little training or just something little extra that you give away, um, that's specific to your target market, that they, if you are in the weight loss space, you might say, hey, here I want to give you a list of 12 foods you shouldn't eat. If you are in the, you know the infant space, you might say, hey, here's 3 tips to get your baby to sleep through the night, right away. Yeah, I mean, that's very specific, those are the kind of little gems that you can, as we say there, Elizabeth, dumping gems here. But seriously, those are the little things. And if you see even in our, inside of our marketing here at Legendary, we have similar things. We have little places where we're giving away little templates and scripts, and we're also giving people, time frames to take advantage of offers. And so it can really move the needle. If I was to do a webinar, Gabe, for example, if you were to go
Yeah.
live, some of you are going live. Tell me, Gabe, what do you think is going to make more sales? If I go live and I just talk and answer questions or whatever for an hour, and I just say, all right, hey, now go, we're done here, and click the link in my bio and go and check out that product I've been talking about throughout this entire live. Yes, you can get it tomorrow, the same exact thing, but go and click it right now and take advantage, because there's no better time to take action than now. The big motivational speech. All right, here's strategy number 2. I think I'm going to do something special on tonight's live, since we've been here together this whole time. I am going to give away, okay? I am going to give away my top 10 best video ideas, along with the actual script for the videos, okay, that I used. And I'm going to link quickly for your convenience. And these videos may be mine, they may be somebody else's. You don't know. I'm not going to tell you. That's what this bonus is all about. But I'm going to give you the video, the script, and I'm going to link to the top 10 video ideas. This is just a bonus I literally just came up with off the top of my head as an example.
Mm-hmm.
And if you buy and you enroll in this product I've been talking about, a few times here on this live, if you buy tonight by midnight, I'm going to include this bonus. Okay. I could even say, if you buy by the end of the live, I'm going to stay on here for 15 more minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of a sudden, folks, your live is actually useful. It's not just something where you're jumping on and you're just talking to people and you're just trying to build rapport, so hopefully they buy. You're giving them a reason to buy now.
Yeah.
Gabe, what comes up for, what do you think is going to be
Definitely,
more effective?
definitely the second option. Way more scarcity there. Like you're adding way more value to them. It's all about how much
Way more
value
value.
you add.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is. So that's why you see on a lot of offers out here, when we get into offer creation, which is when you have when you want to create a digital course, or you want to, use one of the other core 4 business models that's not affiliate marketing. You want to actually sell your own course, coaching program or event. When you get into that offer creation, it's all about value stacking. It's
Yeah.
all about the product you're selling, and then what are you giving them extra? And as an affiliate, it works the same exact way. Some of you who feel, oh, well, I can't compete with somebody who is, like you mentioned, Calvin Hill or something like that. Well, first of all, there's a lot less people doing this than you think there is.
Yeah.
There literally is, and it just probably feels like a lot, because on you all's, it's like a little echo chamber of other people. But
Mm-hmm.
here's how you beat anybody. You make a better offer. You make a better offer. You learn how to make better offers and include more value. Just like you just said, Gabe, it's all about value. So if I can
Yeah.
throw in a little extra bonus, and again, where do these bonuses come from? Here's where they come from. You invent them. You invent them. You make them. That's why I say your creativity is only limited by your income is only limited by your creativity. It's about pulling out sometimes a Word document or a Pages document and just writing a page of information that somebody would get value from, right?
Yeah, that's why I actually love the strategy, the DM strategy that I'm doing, because usually like they'll just opt into your funnel, they'll like put their email in, but like they don't feel like they got enough value to end up purchasing the product. But when they're in DMs, I can provide so much more value to them, and that's why I'm usually getting more commissions because of all the value I provide in DMs.
And the all and that is coming from your energy of just really just saying, "Hey, what are you looking for?" Right?
Yeah,
"What do you need? What do you want? How can I help you?" Right?
yeah, yeah,
Is that your energy in the DMs when you first open up the conversation with somebody? When they've
yeah.
commented, say, "Yeah," they comment on your video like you said before, and your first message to them is what?
Um, my first message usually is I can't wait to help you start your online business journey. And I ask them what do they already know about affiliate marketing, and then we just start the conversation right there.
What do you already know about this? That's a pretty good question. I mean,
Yeah,
simply because I want to respect your time and I don't want to tell you about things that you already know and it gets them talking.
yeah,
Open-ended questions get people talking, right?
yeah,
And that's really what you want. You want to be able to ask the questions, direct the conversation. You know, a lot of you, if you are going to use DMs and you are gonna comment, and look, I'm not saying I what I applaud about Gabe is that you're taking action. Okay.
yeah,
I do believe that there will come a point to where you'll want to do less DMing and you'll want to, you know, scale your content more and stuff like that. But I applaud the fact that you're doing what you have to do to get started and get up and off the ground. I did the same thing, right? I did the same thing. Um, but the process is really simple and you really don't have to go doing a lot of talking. And I think this is where a lot of people, Gabe, get confused about how to effectively talk to people. You don't have to be an expert who's just yakking a bunch of knowledge and expertise. What you have to do is just simply get good at asking questions, and
yeah.
that was what you said, how you kick the conversation off. What might be another example of something that you might ask somebody that moves you further towards where you want to go and also keeps them talking and keeps them opening up?
Pretty much talking about like I would ask them why do they want to like pursue an online income, and like what do they like don't like about their life right now that they want to change, and things like that. Just like getting to
Yeah.
know their pain points and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey man, you're learning the real principles of selling early and they work, don't they? Don't they
Yeah,
work
they
when you
do.
just
Yeah,
it's not about hard slam dunking or some slick script. It's really just about, and I'm just so impressed that at 18 you get this. It's just about making people feel supported, right?
hmm,
Trying to identify what their pain points are, like you said, and then, you know, just when they get off track, because you know people do, people who don't have the life they want, if you talk to them, you'll hear why they go off track, they're getting lost, you know, they're not focused. And so
yeah,
you're here as you're talking to people to say, hey, look, let's stay on track here. What do you want? What, you know, here's what I'll give you. I'll give you this added extra bonus or stuff or whatever if you take action now. And it's sort of like this kind of compassionate guide, being effective at being a persuasive, you know, communicator is not about dominating, is it, Gabe? It's not about being
yeah,
aggressive. It's
yeah.
about just asking the right questions and leading people to ultimately, and they'll take you there. Is all you got to do
Hmm,
is ask the right questions. They'll always give you
yeah,
everything that you need to work with. You
yeah.
just have to just ask questions.
Hmm, yep. That's actually very true.
Yeah, it's cool. The other thing is use the tools. this is one thing that I'll say to you, Gabe, and I'll also say to everybody else who's listening. A lot of times I will say, hey, if you have a video that goes viral or something, don't get caught up in the comments. It's just, figure out what are actual serious people asking, and then create new content that answers that question.
Yeah,
And keeps you creating new content. But in Gabe's case, you're really doing a strategy to where you're purposely telling people comment below. It's a very on purpose thing that you're doing. It's not just a video went viral and now all of a sudden a bunch of people in your comments that you're not wasting your time talking to people who are
yeah,
not somewhat qualified. And I just want to make sure that I say that difference, because it is a big difference, and you know what I'm talking about. The people who are
yeah,
commenting on a viral video are a
yeah.
very different type of person than somebody who's just watched a video about your topic, and then you say, if you want more information, comment below, and they've commented below. That's a that's a pretty warm prospect that is worth talking to if you have the time to be able to do it.
Yeah.
So what else could we learn from you? What give us anything else? Anything else that we should know as we bring this conversation in for a landing? I mean, what would you say to somebody who's getting started that maybe you didn't know before, and maybe you had some hesitation or fear or whatever, and now and you wish you could tell your brand new self? What would you tell yourself?
Pretty much like you're gonna be in for a ride. It's not like some people like start making $1,000 in their first week, but that's not how it is for everyone. So you're gonna have to stay consistent. There's gonna be ups and downs, and you just gotta stay consistent. I'm on my third TikTok account now. I got banned on my two others, so bro, we gotta keep going.
Hey man, I'm telling you, I mean, it's hard out here. It's the wild, wild west. This is entrepreneurship. This is just the stuff that a lot of people don't see, and you're also doing a lot of messaging. That's probably another
Yeah.
reason why you're getting accounts banned, is because,
Mhm.
the TikTok robots think that it's like maybe a spam robot or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe you were doing a lot of copy and pasting, like sending the same
Yeah.
message over and over and over
Yeah.
again. Were you doing any of
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. That will get you banned on any platform, just so everybody knows. If you're just copy and pasting a message in over and over, you have to customize it a little bit. The other thing is, on some of these platforms, they're not letting you like cold message somebody who you've never messaged, more than like 20 or 30 messages a day. So there is going to be some limitations that we have. Maybe having 3 or 4 Instagram or TikTok accounts is not a bad thing if this is going to be a strategy that you're going to use. That we teach this strategy in the business blueprints. We just teach it over in the Facebook section,
Yeah.
because but it applies over on TikTok, and it's about, trying to find the most qualified people, generating 20 to 30 leads a day if you can, to talk to, and sometimes even less. You don't even need 20 to 30 to make money. If you just have a few people reaching out to you every day, or who are asking for more information, you'd be amazed by what you can do with that few of leads. That
Yeah.
that tiny bit of leads, what you can actually accomplish and how much you can earn. And I think, Gabe, a lot of people would be really, really amazed what they could do with just a few good quality leads per day. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it doesn't. I used to think that I needed like 50 to 100 leads a day, but like, nah, it's not really like that.
Yeah, 20 to 30 is even a stretch. I mean, you a
Yeah.
good quality
It's all,
couple
yeah, it's all
few.
about the quality of the lead. Like, you want to attack your target audience, so like, it just depends who you're targeting, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And TikTok is great because it puts you in front of new people. So you actually
Yeah.
have a chance to, you actually have a chance to get in front of people that you've never been in front of before. So it's not like Facebook where you're putting the same message in front of your good old warm,
Yeah,
Uncle Aunt Betty over here, and they're seeing this. Like, TikTok gives you a chance to put your content in front of more people, and then you can multiply those efforts because you can then repurpose that on multiple platforms, on Instagram Reels, on Facebook Reels, on TikTok Shorts. It's amazing, so if think about it, if everybody could get to the place to where they're generating, and your only goal is 5 leads a day, um, it's like, oh my gosh, I got there on TikTok. Great. Just do TikTok until you're getting, 5 leads a day. And then you could multiply that by just starting to repurpose content on other platforms. Now you instantly go from 5 to maybe 15 or 20. It's just working smart, not hard, I think is where we all need to get to, because even you with the, direct messaging people, it's so much more fun to direct message people who are asking for information than people that you're just
yeah,
reaching out to. And we have it
yeah,
all the time in our Facebook group. It's like, the people like direct message our people. They're coming into our group and message our people and are like, "Hey, I saw you, join Legendary," and then start bad mouthing us and then want to sell their coaching. It's like, that's such a shitty business.
yeah,
But when
yeah,
people are reaching out to you, um, man, this is what it's all about. This is what we love here too. It's what I love, because I don't do this every day to be. I don't want to sell a dream and be living a nightmare, you know.
yeah.
But anyways, man, congrats on your success, and come back in a couple of
All right,
in a month or two maybe, and keep us posted on your journey.
all right. Thank you for having me, Dave.
All right, Gabe. I'll talk to you later, buddy. All right, you can follow Gabe over on this profile. Okay, it's Gabe Almeida 4. So GABEALMEIDA 4. He also has a TikTok channel that we have that we can share with you, Gabe's Business Hacks. Okay, or excuse me, an Instagram channel. So you can follow him on TikTok and on Instagram on those two accounts. And what a cool thing. I was just talking and writing some copy, and talking about people who are 18 to 78, um, all who I've talked to in the last couple of weeks. People from 18 to 78 and everywhere in between. That, my friends, is pretty cool. So get started. Don't stop your training. Get the blueprints if you can. And here's the most important part: go through them. Go through them. We're hosting a Decade in a Day workshop right here today, for some of our blueprint students. Go through them. And my friends, we'll be back here for another episode with another student, and another story and more tips on Monday. Get out of here. We'll see you there.